Hey folks, we're going to start Unit 5 today. We're going to start Unit 5 with a unit rate and proportionality. Remember that a unit rate is something to the rate of 1. Gallons per minute, miles per hour. Those are some real world examples. Ratios can be written as a fraction that can sometimes be reduced. The order of the numbers in a ratio is important because a ratio compares two specific units. A over top of B is not equal to B over top of A. What I mean is this. Think of the miles per hour. Say we have 4 miles per 1 hour. That is not equal to 1 mile for 4 hours. Okay? So those don't equal each other. 4 candies in 1 unit is not the same as 1 candy split among 4 hands. And let's come over here to the side and let's talk about Jack. Jack is crazy about organizing his marbles. He's got 3 red, 6 blue, and 5 green. What is the ratio of the red to blue marbles? And then can the fraction be reduced? So how many red do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 over, because remember we're going to go red over blue, red to blue. How many blue do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 to 6. Oops, 3 to 3. Let me rewrite that there. 3 to 6. Can the fraction 3/6 be reduced? It can, right? It can be reduced to 1/2. So, or it's 1 to 2, or 1.2. What is the ratio of blue marbles to green marbles? Can the fraction be reduced? Well, let's see here. What is the ratio of blue to green? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 6 over 5. Can that be reduced? Evenly, can that be reduced? It can't, right? So your unit rate or your proportionality will stay 6/5 for part B. So Jamie buys 4 pounds of oranges, $3.25. When he returns home, he realizes that he needed 9 pounds of oranges. So he needs to buy more oranges so that he has 9 pounds. Jamie purchased 4 pounds of oranges for $3.25. The total cost of 9 pounds of oranges is what? Blank dollars and blank cents. How could we figure that out? So if you do 4 over top of $3.25, you could say that is equal to 9 over X. And if you look, our ratio, what we have is we have pounds per dollar. And I'm just going to use the money symbol. It's pounds per dollar. We have 4 pounds per $3.25. What would it be for 9? How could we find that out? What we can do is we can cross, multiply, and divide. So 4 times x is 4x, and that equals, and you have $3.25 times 9. What would you get? If you have a calculator, type it in. $3.25 times 9. That'll give you $29.25. But we want to know the total cost. Actually, let me step back one time here. Now, to find out what x is, we have to divide by the 4. So 29.25 divided by 4 gives you $7.30. So Jamie purchases the 4. The total cost of 9 is, so now it is 9 to $7.30. $7.30. Jamie purchased 4 pounds of oranges for $3.25. He later realized that he actually needed 9 pounds. How much more money will he need to spend to bring his total up to 9 pounds? How much more money? Remember that a total of 9 pounds was $7.30. But we already purchased 4 of that, or 4 pounds of this. So we're going to take our total $7.30 and we're going to subtract $3.25. So $7.30 minus $3.25 will give you $4.05. So he has to spend $4 more and 5 cents to get the remainder of his oranges. As a unit rate, the cost of the orange is blank cents per pound. Blank cents per pound. How do we figure that out? We're going to set up a unit rate. Remember, a unit rate is to 1. So if the unit rate is x over 1, because we don't know what that x is yet, and we have a total of $7.30 for 9 pounds, if I cross multiply and then divide, I have 9x is equal to 730. I'm going to divide by 9 and divide by 9. And x will equal 0.81 or 81 cents. Now, a blank is a ratio where one unit is blank to another. A rate is a ratio where one unit is compared to another. In the 3 boxes here, we've got rate, a bunch of examples, not a rate. Which ones of these do you think would be a rate, and which ones do you think are not a rate? How about hours to minutes? Is that a rate? Does it compare one unit to the other? It does, yeah. What about miles? Does that compare anything? No, it doesn't. Okay, so there's those 2 examples. Take a second. I'll give you, maybe you can pause it, take a couple seconds, see if you can think of which ones are rates and not rates. Pause your video and see if you can find some real quick. All right, I hope you actually paused it. Now, let's go over it. Calories. It's a singular word. It's not comparing anything. Calories, servings, hour, pages, grams. None of those are comparing anything. Even this minutes here. But dollars per hour, gallons per hour, feet per second, words per minute, milligrams per serving, calories per gram. Those are all rates. They're all comparing one unit to another unit. A unit rate is a rate where the excuse me, or the denominator, or the bottom unit is 1. So x to 1. Let's look at some examples. On a field trip, there's 60 students on 4 buses. What's the unit rate of students per bus? So we're trying to find students per bus, per one bus. So let's find our unit rate. What do we have? We have 60 students per 4 buses. 60 over 4. Now, how do I get that to a rate of 1? Divide the top by the bottom. 60 divided by 4. If you do that, what do you get? Can you break that down? Can you simplify this fraction down to the rate of 1? It's 15 over 1. 4 goes into 4 one time. 4 goes into 60 15 times. Your unit rate is 15 to 1, or 15 to 1, or 15 dot dot 1. Remember that a unit rate is always something over a 1. Look at example number 2 here. In the gymnasium, there are 200 chairs in 50 rows. What is the unit rate of chairs per row? We have chairs per row. So 200 per 50. And we got to get that to a rate of 1. What would we do? Remember, I can always write x over 1, and then I could cross multiply and divide. So that gives you 50 times x, or 50x, is equal to 200 times 1, so 200. If you divide both sides by 50, you're left with x is equal to 4. That is 4 chairs to 1 row. So you have 4 over 1, or 4 to 1, or 4 dot dot 1. That would be your unit rate. Example number 3. On your way to the beach, you calculate that you've driven 480 miles in 8 hours. What's the unit rate of miles per hour? And you went 480 miles in 8 hours. So rewrite it. 480 miles over 8 hours. Remember to divide the top by the bottom. Or if it's hard to see that, you can write it like we did up here in example number 2 and cross multiply and divide. So 8 goes into 8 one time, and then 8 goes into 480 60 times. You drove 60 miles per 1 hour. Example number 4. On your bag of Cheetos, you read that there are 600 calories per 8 servings. What's the unit rate of calories per serving? Remember, calories per serving. You've got 600 to 8. Rewrite it. 600 calories per 8 servings. Now, how do we find the unit rate? Again, you can divide the top by the bottom. That's 600 divided by 8. Or you can do x over 1 and then cross multiply and divide. That gives you 8x is equal to 600. And then you would divide both sides by 8, and x is equal to 75. Your unit rate is now 75 to 1, or 75 to 1 and 75 colon 1. All three of these mean the same thing. Okay. If you feel confident, start your exit slip. If you need a little extra time, review back over the video and get in contact with us. If not, go ahead and start your exit slip. And if you do good, go to the homework. If you have some issues, we'll be in touch and